All right, cool. Welcome to the official episode 1 of Keeping It a G with Tommy the G. It's a lot of shit to talk about. I really don't know how to start this off. All this camera shit's really new to me. All this the YouTube shit's pretty new. Definitely the podcasting part. Just honestly a lot of it. The part it's weird because the part where I feel the most comfortable is probably editing, and again, that's pretty much all new to me. That's like stuff that I had to learn in order to do this. Like once I started it, that's when I kind of learned on the fly. But speaking of that, anybody who who's thinking about starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, starting anything like that, honestly, after starting it, I recommend you do it. If I could do it, I think you can do it because I mean I really when I started this, it was like a fish out of water type of thing. And the origins of the Mobcast is kind of crazy. It was supposed to be all family, and that just didn't work out. Mostly, it was just like scheduling conflicts and shit. It just where I'm based at and where my family is based at, it's just so fucking far. Like it just wasn't easy to like link up and shit, and it just was too difficult. But this like little like journey, if you want to call it that, this journey's been fucking crazy. Um, I definitely met a lot of cool people along the way. I mean, like I first of all, hold on. Shouts out to Milk. Big shouts out to Milk 74. Cause when I reached out to him, like, I mean, you could go to the Mobcast IG page, and if you go ahead and look at the beginning of our page, it looks drastically different. Like there was always logos, but it wasn't like how we had it today. And I mean, that's gonna evolve. Like I'm sure in a month from now, like the logos are gonna look different, the backgrounds are gonna look different, but like it's so fucking dramatic. And it's only been a couple months, but like I think definitely everything has gotten better. Content has gotten better. Um Everything's just gotten better, but it just looks so plain, it looks so weird. And it's funny because I thought it looked pretty good at the time, and then you know what I mean. Now here I am, and I evolved it, and I still can't believe that. I just can't believe that how far it's come, and I can't believe how it used to look versus how it looks now. But nah. So let me start off by as far as Milk goes. Let me start off by saying big shouts out to Milk because when I first reached out to him, I mean, I hadn't interviewed anybody. We really didn't have content out when I reached out to Milk. So it was kind of like hard to believe when he was actually down for an interview. But there was a lot that went down, a lot of conversation that I had with Milk. Well, not a lot, but enough conversation that I had with Milk um to where I I just could tell like the type of personality he is. He's fucking cool, bro. He is one of the rare ones. I think like everybody that I've encountered so far has been very fucking cool. And I don't let me start off also by saying that I don't ever expect anybody to answer back when I'm reaching out and asking to see if they can link up for a video or interview or anything like that. I never expect anyone to reach out. So if they do reach out, I mean if they do respond, it's cool. But it's never expected, to be honest with you. There's no hard feelings. Like if somebody was to not respond, there's no hard feelings. But excuse me. But when someone does respond, that to me, I'm like, that says a lot, bro. Even to just to tell me no, like it means a lot, to be honest with you. But when I reached out to Milk, yeah, I had 0 subscribers, and pretty much all of that. And so one of the first questions I asked him during our interview was like, how do you pick and choose what platform you go on, who you interview with? Like, are you picking? He's like, I'm not picky in the sense of like I'm too good for nobody, but I think he did say like, like if you're, it's kind of like on like if you're a cool personality, like I guess you can kind of like sense people in a way to where like if he could tell you're an asshole or like you're just not on that same vibe, I don't think he'll fuck with you like that. But I mean, for the most part, I think he's pretty chill about whose podcast he goes on and shit like that. So shouts out to Milk, man. He's cool as fuck. So let me actually get into that. Look, we had a lot of convo off camera. Um, and he was just like chopping it up, telling me like, yeah, I mean, he was just telling me about like the podcasting shit and all that, like how it is kind of weird and it's a little bit uncomfortable and shit. And yeah, I mean, we're chopping it up for a cool little minute before the interview, and then after the interview, because I mean, like towards the end, he was telling me like, yeah, like we can go for another hour if you want, like we can keep chopping it up. And I was telling him, nah, like I don't want to do that to you because I just want to respect like whatever. If I paid you for an hour, let me just get that hour. I don't want to get like no freebies, no handouts. And I mean, I don't know, maybe he would have charged me for that extra hour. But either way, I mean, I didn't want to like take more than I asked for. You feel me? But he's a genuine person, bro. I mean, I actually gotta work with him soon. I got a couple ideas to where we might be working together soon, hopefully. But if you see this, Milk, big shouts out to you. And if you don't know who Milk is or you're not on his shit, you need to go over there, dead ass. Go to his Instagram, go to his YouTube, go tap in with Milk. I mean, like I probably watch all his content at this point, which is weird because I'm kind of new to Milk. Like when I had reached out to him, I was pretty new to Milk. Like when we filmed the first Mobcast episode, that's when I learned it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how life is. So we filmed the very first Mobcast episode that is not it's not out anymore. Like I took it off. It was like too much. I mean, it really was a test run anyway. It wasn't really ever supposed to be like a full fledged episode. I just wound up putting it out because I was like, oh fuck it, we need content. I'm gonna put that bitch out. But I pulled it because there was just a lot of shit. The audio was fucked up and camera angles were fucked up and like visually it looked fucked up. Like everything about it was trash. But I mean the conversation was cool though. But nah, so that same night, like we filmed it and we went to my living room and we watched the Milk video. And right after the Milk video, we watched the Pervbuster video. And who did I wound up working with was both of them. And now actually like let me transition into the Pervbusters because in that same order, those are the people that I ended up fucking with Mobcast wise. And like now obviously the Pervbusters are a part of Mobcast. If I haven't announced that already, which it should be obvious by now. I mean, I already announced Dre. I didn't get to formally announce Nas. That was supposed to be during his interview. It was supposed to be a big like reveal, but I mean, cat's out of the bag at this point. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. So yeah, so the Pervbusters are definitely now a part of the Mobcast. And the Mobcast is now a part of the Pervbusters, but make no mistake, they're two different companies. So yeah, like they run the show over at Pervbusters, and I kind of run the show over here at Mobcast. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's still we're all brainstorming. It's really nobody's above nobody. Um, and that's kind of why we all work together soon. But man, the Pervbusters are another one to where they're cool as fuck. So I wanted to read. I had actually been following them for a minute, like not following them like literally, but online and just in general, like what they've been doing and shit. So it was probably like a good year or 2 years that I had been following them before I had even met them. So what happened was once they got like I guess canceled or whatever because of Adam, um, I try to keep their name alive best I could. Like I was definitely like posting about them, posting awareness, like oh the Mobcasters are, I'm sorry, the Pervbusters are still banned and everything like that. Like I was definitely trying to like keep coverage because and I've said this a million times, but I just don't like how once they weren't a hot topic because they weren't attached to Adam, like no one gave a fuck. But when they were attached, they were like people were giving them a round of applause and standing ovations because oh they're busting perverts, oh that's so important, this and that. Like it was very important at the time. And then once it became not about Adam, people didn't give a fuck. Like it wasn't important no more. And I'm just like, no, no, no. Like that should be important. Like the pedestal you put them on at that time, you should still kind of like leave them on that pedestal, man. I mean, like you see what they're doing. They're not getting help from a bigger platform. Like they built themselves up. And so I respected that. So I reached out to them when I wanted to do a giving back to the hood video. I mean, well, I actually it's giving back to the community. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Giving back to the community. I don't like to like, yeah, just giving back to the community. I don't like to say hood like that because for many reasons, but yeah. So giving back to the community. Um, I had reached out. I want to say it was to Dre. It might have been to Dre because they had been liking my shit like the last maybe 2 weeks before I had ever hit them up. They had been liking my shit because I had been tagging them in it. And so eventually I reached out and I'm like, yo, like I'm trying to do this thing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we stay in the same city. Like I've been following you long enough to where I know your spots, and like every time you film, I know exactly where you're at. And so I was like, so like I'm in such and such city. I think I can say which city. I'm in mid city. You're in mid city, I'm pretty sure. So like I'm about to go give back. If you guys want to just live stream it with me, that'll be cool. And actually, I didn't even want them to live stream me giving back. What I wanted to happen was the day before, if they could live stream with me so that we could announce, we can get all this awareness and drive people towards the giveaway. Like, yo, like if you need food, you're in Mid City or like, whatever, like we got you, here's some free food. Like pull up. And just to spread positivity, I like to like my whole thing is like let's go viral off of positivity if we're gonna go viral, like not no negative shit. So I had reached out to Dre and Dre was like, man, we like that, but fuck a live stream. They're like, nah, we could still do a live stream, but fuck all that. Like we're gonna pull up. And so I'm like, oh shit, like bet, like that's cool as fuck. I didn't even ask for that. I didn't expect any of that. But they're like, nah, like don't trip. We'll pull up. We respect that. We like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And we wound up in that spot in Mid City for fucking we are probably there for like 5 hours giving out food and just talking and shit like that. It might have been closer to 4 hours, but it was a long time that we were there. And we were just like talking and we got to talking to ideas and business and stuff. And by the end of the convo, we just thought it would be a good idea if we just combine our platforms and stuff like that, which was a huge deal for me because not only did it give me a big confidence boost, but I mean, like, it kind of like, it just like, it was just big for me. I mean, like, I didn't expect the Mobcast to grow that fast, I mean, but like, next thing you knew, like I said, I got that interview with Milk, and then immediately, like, right after, I got that fucking Pervbuster video where we're like giving out food together, and then we're coming up with ideas, and then yeah, it just happened so fast. But there are other people, though them Dre and Nas, they're also like very fucking genuine people. I'm telling you, like everybody I've encountered so far, very genuine person, and I don't use those words like loosely, like I don't just give out compliments just to give out compliments. Like I'm as a matter of fact, like, hey, the title of this video is called "Keeping It a G with TommyThaGee," so I'm gonna keep it a G. Um, they've been cool since day one, and they've been consistent. Like I'll shoot them ideas and shoot them texts and stuff like that, and they'll shoot them back, and you know what I mean. And we just put our brains together, and we get a lot of cool ideas. We got a lot of shit down the pipeline. But man, but those people, I mean, they give out food like a lot, and it's like they don't ever like publicize it. They don't ever film it. Um, and so like yeah, it's just cool. They're cool ass people. But let me move on, man, because like low key, like them alone, I can make a whole ass video. Let me get into my 44 Vato, my 44 Vato little speech that I got. 44. You're seeing this, bro? Telling you. Again, I don't give out compliments just to give them out. 44, you're one of the realest. Anybody that has encountered him can vouch, bro. Like I don't know why the dude gets so much hate, but he's literally like he slid in my DM um just to give me advice, like unprovoked, everything. He'll just let me know like, hey bro, like you're posting at this time, you should post at this time, or like check out this and that. Like he'll give me tips and tricks. And he's another one where like similar to Milk, we had a lot of conversation off camera. And like that interview, I only paid him for half an hour. And homeboy's like, nah, we can keep going. Don't trip. And I'm like, nah, dog, like that. Like I don't like that, dog. I don't like just taking advantage of people, I guess is what I would feel like taking advantage of their kindness. And he was like, nah, don't trip, like blah blah blah. And he had an interview to do afterward, but he like postponed it. He like pushed it off to like give me longer time. I don't know if this mic is still on. Yeah, it is. So 44, like one of the realest persons, and it's sad that he gets a lot of hate, but he like the convos that we had, I'll never forget that. Like no weird shit, no homo, but like we had some cool ass off the camera. And one thing I do too, I'm not afraid to like stop hitting record. So like we did our interview over Zoom, and as you can see, like I even covered, if you go back to that interview, he had like, I think it's like his initials um on the corner of the screen, and I covered it with like his little face and shit like that, because I mean I'm not trying to like give him up or anything like that, even though I really don't think he cares. Like at the end of the day, I think like if somebody was to expose him, someone wants to take off his mask, I don't think he'll give too much of a fuck. It's like what, like so what? Like you don't got no dirt on me. But he's a good fucking guy, man. I mean, like everything that he was speaking, like his interview. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is gonna sound funny, but his interview really didn't feel like an interview. It just felt like I was talking to like the homie. Like I felt like I knew him. So it's weird because I never met the dude in my life. Like physically, I've never met him, right? But just talking to him over the camera, and that was our first time ever really talking. Like we had spoke about business in the DM, like about what the interview is gonna be like, but it was very brief. I mean, like if he ever speaks on it, he could tell you. Like the convo we had prior to the interview was very fucking brief, like only a couple messages in the DM. And once we got on that camera, like I can only speak for me. I can't speak for 44. But once we got on camera, I was like, damn, bro. Like I feel like I know this fucking guy. Like he really seems like a homie. He's just he's a cool guy, man. Like he's one of the rare ones as well. But if I ever do encounter like an asshole or some shit like that, I mean, I'm gonna call that out, dog. I mean, I'm not gonna like bash somebody or nothing like that. But I think it's because I'm very picky and choosy with who I reach out to in the first place, that I'm already kind of like, I kind of already pre-like them. But unless they're a totally different person than who they come across on camera, then maybe it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Last dude, let me talk about Lil E real quick. So Lil E, that interview is gonna come out Sunday, by the way. Lil E, he was shy at first, kind of, or he didn't come out shy, but like he was just kind of like, he seemed like he was scoping out the area, maybe like, okay, like what am I walking into? Because mind you, homie put up like just with his girl, no homies with him. So mind you, he's walking into where we film out, where we film out of is my apartment. So I think he was kind of like, fuck, like is this a like interview for sure? Or, like, am I gonna get got right now, or like what's gonna happen? But so at first he was kind of somewhat quiet, and then like again we had a whole ass convo on the balcony. It was super fucking chill. We were talking about all types of shit, and then we're like, oh shit, we gotta get this. Like the convo was just flowing so naturally that we're like, oh shit, we gotta get this interview. And I honestly feel like he would have been down to stay longer if it would have went that way. But again, I only paid the dude for an hour. But the sad part about that interview is that even though I have an hour's worth of footage from that interview, that interview was actually like way longer. Not way longer, but probably like 10 to 15 minutes longer. But like it cut off a big chunk of the interview because I guess I never hit record initially. And so like his girl eventually pointed out like, hey, is that supposed to be recording? And I was like, fuck, because it was. supposed to be recording and it wasn't. But Little E, again, man, I mean, like, I can kind of, I think I have like a good sense of judgment, and like I can tell like somebody's personality before I meet them. When I was like talking to him after the interview, he was just like, yeah, bro, like, don't trip, like, because I was telling him like, dude, you're gonna blow the fuck up, like, you're definitely gonna blow up, and I just wanted to be the first to give you your flowers, and I hope like people recognize you real soon, like I hope people know how how good you are, bro. I mean, like, and it's not to like kiss nobody's ass, but it's like seriously, man, like all the rapping, all that shit, I was all the off the top of his dome. Like if you listen to his music, bro, it's cool, but it just doesn't have the publicity. I mean, like he's still getting double digits, like thousands in the double digits, right? So he still has plenty of views, but like I feel like I don't know how like how much publicly he's been recognized. Like I don't think he's ever been on the radio or nothing like that. And it's like I know he doesn't necessarily always make radio music, but he has a couple that could be on there definitely. But again, just like it's all A&R, it's all who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it sucks because unfortunately like he's just not yet fully being recognized, although he is recognized by like multiple like rap sources and shit like that. And like people that are in the loop know about Lil E, but it's just like not he's not everywhere yet. But he's definitely gonna blow. Um but yeah, let me all the way switch topics. I want to speak on something that I saw, I think it was today, and it bugged the fuck out of me. Smack from TDE. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, if you ever seen Back on Fig, I mean you would know if you seen Back on Fig, No Jumper, like what else? Community, Community World, all that shit. Ace Boys, you know who Smack is. So Smack, I saw he got I think he got jumped or something at an event called Hood Day, and I saw that video kept popping up on my feed. I think it was only up for a couple hours. I didn't watch it, bro. I didn't want to watch it. Like I mean, I haven't met the dude personally. I've talked to him briefly over email. Um, and again, bro, like he's someone that I reached out to him because of the way he comes across off of camera. Like his personality is so cool, bro. He seems like the type of person that'll get along with everybody, bro. Like anyone off the first meeting, he seems like he'll be straight with them. Um, so I reached out and I was talking to him a little bit, blah blah, and that was it. And then I seen this man that he got jumped, and I'm like, oh, that's not fucking cool, bro. Like he seems like a good guy, but I couldn't watch that video, bro. Like I think it got taken down by now, which I'm glad, man. But hey, bro, Smack, if you're seeing this, shouts out to you. If you're not seeing this, still shouts out to you, bro. I'm sorry that shit happened. That was some bullshit. Hopefully doesn't happen again. But I mean, people are gonna be people, and I think with Smack, like he just I saw that AD did a response to it. He addressed it a little bit. And I think he hit the nail on the head. I think Smack just made himself a little bit too accessible. Like he's one of those persons that's like a celebrity and doesn't realize that he's a celebrity. So he'll just be out and about and be on some cool shit, whatever. But when you have a little bit of clout, people are gonna fucking be on you. So when you have a lot of clout, everybody's gonna be on you. So like you just gotta like the more clout you get, the more you gotta protect yourself. Unfortunately, like people are fucked up. People are like that shit. RIP to Nipsey. Look, I didn't even realize I was wearing my TMC hat when I said that. But RIP to Nipsey because same thing. He was just too accessible, and when you're too accessible, people will just take advantage. They don't care if you're like the more famous you are, the more famous they'll be because like it's like yeah, maybe I'm not Selena, but I'm the lady that killed Selena, so I'm notorious now. I'm stamped in history. I'm not Nipsey, but I'm the guy that killed Nipsey. I'm stamped in history. Like people are just like that. They just want to be the people that get somebody or I mean I don't know the mentality behind that shit. I don't get it, but people are fucking crazy and they will try you. So, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I just wanted to say that. prayers up for Smack, man. Looking forward to seeing you soon on the internet again, bro. But yeah, and hopefully we get to work together sometime soon, bro. Hopefully I get to interview you, or if you want to do a little cameo in the video, let me know. Let me know, dog. Let me know the deal with that. But anyway, so last thing I want to talk about the future of the Mobcast, man. It's only up from here. And let me run it back to 44 Vato. Shout out to him, bro. Like you could tell he's a firm believer of what I'm trying to do, or just in the Mobcast in general. He's definitely a firm believer. Like he's one of the first that I could say that really told me, like, hey, bro, like you're gonna make it. Like I can just tell, like you just got that shit. You're gonna make it, and I'm gonna give you your flowers while you're here. I'm gonna give it to you, kind of like similar to what I was talking about with like Lil E. He was just like, yeah, I want to be I'm just one of the first to give you your flowers. I'm just telling you right now, and which is cool because he you don't gotta do that shit, especially if you're the like, bro, like I should be giving you flowers, like you're the fucking famous one over here, and he was like giving me respect. That's dope, bro. That's like no matter what anyone's status is, people like that, like people. I'm sorry, let me run that back. People like that don't care what their status is. They see people on a human level, and they kind of will uplift. They'll uplift them. Like, yo, like I don't care if I'm the famous one, fool. Like I'll give you your respect. Like you got talent. I can see you blowing up in the future. And like if you look at my videos, I don't got. I like some of my videos have no views. Some of them have 4. Some of them have 6. I think the highest one probably has like 30. But 44, I mean, he's still showing love, and I know he's watching too. He's paying attention because he went to the interview that I had with him, and he like commented some emojis and shit. So I'm like, damn, bro, really watched my shit. Like, that's dope, bro. Like, he literally could have just did the interview, checked out, and it wouldn't have been no hard feelings. But like the fact that he on his own, a couple of days after the interview came out, went to the interview, watched it, and liked it. Like, bro, like that shit. I'm telling you, that means a lot. Like, I don't forget shit like that. But anyway, so predictions for the Mobcast. Yeah, I think we're only up from there. We're gonna do a lot of big things. We got a lot of big ideas, a lot of content that's gonna come out. Um, I mean, this is gonna be a crazy year. By the end of the year, it's gonna be fucking crazy. Like people that go back and watch this video are gonna be like, "Damn, bro, he had like how many views, how many blah blah blah." And that's not me being cocky. That's not me being arrogant. That's just me being confident in myself and what I'm doing. And I'm just like, I like to put my money where my mouth is. So if I'm saying, hey, I'm about to go hard with this, I've already said it on video. I put it out on the internet. So now I have to do it. Now I'm committed. But I mean, the ideas we got, it's going to go crazy, bro. Like we have so many ideas. And one big thing, I'll just give you a small little hint. One big thing about me, I like to involve people that are watching. So if you're in the comment section, I'm going to bring you out of the comment section, and I'm gonna put you on this camera, and you're gonna be right fucking here. And I think that shit's gonna help us go to the top, or just be at the level that we want to be at. But with that being said, I think that's it. I've talked too much. I'm gonna go watch my Laker game. I hope you guys watch your Laker game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Check in next time with Keeping It a G with Tommy the G. And we'll have more shit for you soon. Peace.